Now, as you can see on your screen, this is actually my own YouTube channel. I only started uploading videos around 45 days ago, and if you look at this first video right here, it already has over 629,000 views. The video was about roller coaster accidents, and honestly, it performed way better than I expected. But the reason it did so well is because I already knew exactly how to make the video properly. The editing, the upload timing, the title, tags, thumbnail, description. I paid attention to every single detail. But what's even crazier is my second video. I uploaded it about 2 weeks ago, and right now it's sitting at 3.7 million views. This is officially the most viral video on my channel so far. And honestly, if you look at the thumbnail, you can probably tell why people clicked on it. The thumbnail was super eye-catching, which helped me get a really high CTR, and the topic itself was something people naturally get curious about. The coolest part? I made both the thumbnail and most of the video using AI tools. And if I show you my third upload, you can see this one crossed 1.9 million views too. That video was about elevator accidents and scary real-life incidents. These kinds of topics are insanely interesting to people, so viewers naturally want to click and watch till the end. About 10 days ago, I also uploaded a video on the worst shark attacks, and I honestly think that one's gonna blow up too. Then, just 4 days ago, I posted another video, and I've got a strong feeling that one's gonna perform really well too. Now, some of you are probably thinking, there's no way this guy uploaded only 5 videos and already hit 124,000 subscribers. He just got lucky. But trust me, this isn't luck. I've been working on YouTube for the last 8 years, so I already understand how this platform works. That experience is the reason I'm able to get these kinds of results now. And the dashboard you're looking at right now, all these views, subscribers, and earnings, this is only from the last 24 days on this channel alone. But don't get the wrong idea. This stuff is not easy. Dreaming about success is easy, but actually building a channel takes real work. You need patience, consistency, research, and a solid understanding of what people actually want to watch. For example, look at this channel right here. They've uploaded only 149 videos and already crossed 1.9 million subscribers. If you check their most popular videos, one upload from a year ago already has 12 million views. Another one has 8.7 million views, another crossed 8.4 million, and most of their videos are performing insanely well. And it's not just this one channel either. Here's another example. This creator uploaded only 91 videos and already built a channel with over 424,000 subscribers. Their top videos have 5.4 million views, 5.2 million, 3.8 million, 3.5 million, and the list just keeps going. Around 2 months ago, I uploaded a video on this channel where I taught you guys how to make videos like these. And I told you that if you actually try seriously, your channel can grow too. And I also said that I'd personally start a brand new channel, test everything myself, and later show you the real results. So that's exactly what I did. I created the channel, tested the strategy, worked hard on it, and now the channel is growing fast. In the same way, if you genuinely put in the effort and start your own channel, yours can grow too. But you can't work blindly. You need to work smart, use good strategies, and understand what actually works in the market. And one more important thing, the example channels I showed you upload a slightly different style of content. I don't copy them. My videos are completely different. As you can see, I specifically choose topics that instantly make people curious enough to click. So you should never directly copy anyone either. Take inspiration, study what's already going viral in the market, and then create your own unique version in a better way so it has the potential to go viral too. So in this video, I'm going to teach you everything step by step. How I make these videos, how I edit them, my full process, all of it. Yeah, the video might end up being a little long, but if you watch carefully, you'll get all your answers in this one video instead of wasting time jumping between different tutorials. And trust me, if you skip even one important step, I don't think your results will change much. If I can spend 2 months working hard on this, then you can at least spend a little time watching the video carefully till the end. So first, you need a really solid script. If your script isn't good or your story isn't interesting, people just won't stay engaged with the video. That's why the first thing you should do is spend some time researching online and then write a strong story around your topic. For reference, I already have a sample story ready here. Now, I know a lot of people just use AI tools to write their entire script for them, like using ChatGPT or other AI writers, but honestly, I wouldn't recommend relying on AI for the full script. AI still can't fully recreate human emotion and storytelling. Most of the time, when a story is completely AI written, it just feels off. Viewers can tell something feels unnatural, and platforms like YouTube are also getting much better at detecting repetitive, low-quality AI-style content. Once your story is ready, the next step is turning it into audio. If you want the best possible result, I definitely suggest doing your own voiceover because it gets your channel a unique identity and makes the content feel way more personal. But if you don't want to use your own voice, you can use AI voice tools like 11 Labs. All you have to do is paste your script, pick a voice model you like, and generate the audio. The cool part is that they even let you generate a decent amount of audio for free, which is more than enough for beginner projects. Now that we have the audio ready, it's time to create the visuals that match the narration. A lot of creators draw everything manually frame by frame, which definitely works, but personally, I like using AI tools to save time and speed up the workflow. So what I usually do is open ChatGPT and upload a reference image of the kind of stick figure character style I want. You can either create one yourself or just grab a reference image from Google. Then I explain to ChatGPT that I want to make stick figure animation videos and need prompts that can generate similar characters using AI image tools. The best thing is, you can talk to ChatGPT in simple, everyday language, and it still understands exactly what you mean. Once it understands your style, it can generate super detailed prompts for different characters and scenes. After that, anytime you need a new character, you just describe it and it'll generate a matching prompt for you automatically. Next, head over to Google Flow. If you don't already have an account, just create one. Here, we're going to use Google's image generation models to create our visuals for free. Inside the site, set up a few basic settings first. For example, since I want to generate images, I'll choose the image model. I usually select the 16:9 aspect ratio because I'm making long-form YouTube videos. Then I set it to generate 4 images at once so I can compare them and keep the best one. One thing I really like is that even when using the higher quality generation models, it often doesn't cost any credits, which is honestly kind of insane. After that, just copy the prompt ChatGPT generated for you, paste it into the image generator, hit submit, and within seconds, you'll have high-quality stick figure style characters ready to use in your animation video. Now, once you've generated a character you like, just download it. After that, click the plus icon again, hit upload, and upload that same character back into the tool. Then you can tell the AI something like, create multiple facial reactions for this character, and it'll generate different expressions automatically. If some of them don't look good, just delete them and regenerate. The key here is being specific with your prompts. A lot of people think the AI is making mistakes, but honestly, most of the time, the issue is that we didn't explain things clearly enough. If you describe the details properly, the results get way better. And right now, Google's Nano Banana Pro model is honestly one of the best image generation models out there for this kind of stuff. For example, if I tell it to create a female stick figure character, it can generate one almost instantly. Now let's say I need a character for my story who's wearing a cap. If I tried drawing all of this manually, it would take forever, and honestly, I'm not even that great at painting. That's exactly why I use AI tools to speed things up. I just type the prompt, hit generate, and within seconds, it creates a stick figure character wearing a hat. Then maybe I need another character who looks like a tourist guide with a different style of hat and outfit. Same thing, I describe it and the AI generates it for me right away. There's also one really important trick I forgot to mention earlier. Whenever you generate a new character, make sure you keep reusing your original reference image. The way you do that is by clicking the three dots on the image and selecting Add to Prompt. That keeps the art style consistent across every image you generate. So even when you create new characters or scenes, they'll still match the same stick figure style instead of changing randomly every time. That consistency is super important if you want your animation to actually look professional. I try to explain as much as possible in my videos, but you also have to understand that making these videos takes a full day sometimes, so it's impossible to explain every tiny detail perfectly inside a short 5 to 10 minute tutorial. Still, I make sure to show all the important parts so you can understand the overall process. At the end of the day, creating these stick figure characters is actually pretty simple. You just need to clearly explain what you want. Expressions, poses, emotions, reactions, and the AI will generate it for you. If you want to change a character's facial expression or edit something later, you can simply upload that image again using Add to Prompt, then explain exactly what needs to change. For example, here I changed the tourist guide's facial expression, and I also updated the main character's reactions to better match the story. You can literally customize every character however you want just by describing the details properly. Like in this scene, the girl is climbing a mountain, so I described that action clearly and generated the image based on that. So yeah, this is basically the method I use to create all kinds of stick figure scenes and different image styles very quickly. You can even generate painted style visuals this way too, which I'll show later on. Now after that, the next step is downloading all the extra visuals related to your story. For example, if your story involves a cave, then download a real image of a cave. If you need a medical symbol, grab one from Google. If you need a country flag, download that too. Basically, anything that already exists online, just download it instead of wasting time recreating it from scratch. And don't worry too much about copyright issues for small elements like these, because when used properly inside a transformed video, it usually falls under fair use style usage. Now comes the most important part. Matching the visuals with the story properly. We already generated the stick figure characters using AI tools, but now we need environments too. Like maybe we need a cave or people trapped inside it. AI still struggles with some complex scenes, so for certain parts, we'll manually create the visuals ourselves. That's where simple painting comes in. I usually open basic paint software on my laptop, but if you don't have a computer, you can also use similar drawing apps on your phone. The good thing is, stick figure videos don't need ultra-detailed artwork. If you look closely at viral stick figure animations, most of the visuals are actually very simple. That simplicity is part of why they work so well. So for example, if I need to create the inside of a cave, I'll just paint it manually. And if you don't know how to draw or paint, don't stress about it. You can learn the basics from simple YouTube tutorials. It's honestly easier than it looks. You mainly just need to block out the shapes and colors. Like here, I added darker shades on the top sections so it looks like dirt or rock, while keeping the middle area lighter to make it feel like an open cave space. Then for the river, I simply drew another shape inside the cave and filled it with blue color. And just like that, the river scene was ready. And honestly, that's pretty much how you can build almost every scene using simple methods and a little creativity. Now we need to create the outside view of the cave. So first, I'll make the sun. If you don't want to draw it yourself, you can simply search something like Painted Sun PNG on Google and download one from there instead. Personally, I usually just make a simple one myself because it's faster. Next, I need clouds, and honestly, drawing detailed clouds manually takes time and effort. So instead, I just go to Google, search for cloud PNGs, find one I like, and download it from a website. Then I start building the environment, adding green grass at the bottom, blue sky at the top, and creating the cave entrance with some simple painting. Nothing too complicated. Now, I know this whole process might look a little overwhelming at first. Most of the time, I personally use paint tools to create these scenes, but there's actually an easier method too. You can simply go to ChatGPT and clearly explain what kind of scene you want. Tell it something like, I want a simple painted style sketch image, similar to stick figure animation backgrounds. Then ask it to generate either the image directly or write you a prompt that you can later use inside Google's image generation tools. Sometimes ChatGPT will directly generate a really good image that you can use immediately. Other times, if you want something more specific, you can ask it to make changes or give you a more detailed prompt. Then you can take that prompt into Google Flow and generate the image there instead. At one point, the AI generated an image that looked way too detailed for my animation style, so I simply told it, make it look more simple and painted, like a basic sketch. And honestly, the result turned out really good. Then I asked it to generate a prompt for that same style so I could recreate similar images using Google Mano Banana. I copied the prompt, pasted it into the generator, hit create, and the result looked terrible. Why? Because the AI still didn't fully understand the exact style I wanted. So what I did next was upload the reference image that ChatGPT had already generated. Once the AI could actually see the style reference, the results became much better. Then I clicked on the image and told it to turn the ground into grass, and it updated the scene perfectly. That's basically the workflow. Just explain whatever you need properly. If ChatGPT generates the image correctly, great, use it directly. If not, take the prompt and generate it using another tool, like Google Mano Banana. The biggest thing to understand is that AI works best when you give clear references and detailed explanations. And if the AI still isn't understanding your idea properly, there's another trick you can use. Just draw a rough sketch yourself. Seriously, even a messy sketch on paper works. You can upload that sketch as a reference and the AI will understand your idea much clearer. You can also make rough sketches inside any Paint app and use those as references too. The AI will then turn that rough concept into a much cleaner and higher quality image. So by this point, I've already shown you how to create stick figure characters, generate voiceovers, build backgrounds and scenes, and download extra assets from Google when needed. Now, there's one more important step. All the stick figure images we downloaded still have white backgrounds, so we need to remove those backgrounds and make the images transparent. There are already tons of websites and apps available online for this. I usually upload all my stick figure characters into a background remover tool and remove the white background one by one. And if the tool accidentally removes something important, most websites have a restore option where you can manually paint back the parts you want to keep. Once everything looks clean, just download all the characters in PNG format with transparent backgrounds, and they'll be ready to use in your animation video. Now comes the editing part. Honestly, if I tried to show you the entire editing process step by step, this video would become way too long, so I'll just explain it in a simple shortcut version. Once you understand the basic idea, you'll easily figure it out yourself. Also, if your YouTube videos aren't getting views, your views suddenly freeze, or your channel just isn't growing no matter what you do, leave a comment below. I'll personally check out your channel and try to give you the best possible advice. For editing, you can use whatever device you already have, your phone, laptop, or PC, and you can use any editing software you're comfortable with. In my case, I'm using CapCut. The process is actually super simple. First, place your voiceover audio into the timeline. Then, according to the audio, start arranging all the AI-generated images one by one. That's literally the main workflow. You don't need crazy animations or complicated effects here. Just match the visuals properly with the narration so the video keeps flowing naturally. You can also add sound effects, background music, transitions, or anything else you personally feel makes the video more engaging. Editing style completely depends on you. Everyone edits differently, and that's totally fine. But at least basic editing knowledge is important. And if you feel like you don't know editing at all, you can easily learn it for free on YouTube in just a few days. And just like that, your video is ready to upload. So now I've shown you the complete process of how you can create these types of videos from start to finish. But remember, your results will depend on the quality of the videos you make. The better and smarter your content is, the better your chances are of growing fast. And if you want more videos like this and want to learn deeper YouTube strategies, definitely subscribe to the channel.